Okay, we are live. Welcome everyone to this February and second MetaMask community call of the year. I'm here with Ayush. Ayush, how is going today?
All good, all good. Glad to be here again. Looking
Nice,
forward
nice.
to amazing discussions for today.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a packed discussion or not, but we have a full hour, and I'm excited like for this. So let's dive in. So welcome everyone, whoever is chiming in right now, morning, evening, night. You're like be part of this second and February monthly developer committee call, and we have a quite packed agenda, and let's dive in. So we'll quickly introduce kind of like the scene, like everyone, and like we're doing basically like every month. Then we will have a Ayush running us through the Gator CLI, and feel free always to ask questions in the chat. If you know what is the Gator CLI, if you heard about Smart Account Kit, like you can write in the chat something and let us know if you maybe even attended some of those live coding sessions that we did in the past. Then we have L. That's how we want to pronounce him, doing a quick Pragma demo. And then basically we will finish up with a first chat panel on everything AI, OpenClaw, Gator CLI, MetaMask AI. So a bunch of things with both Ryan leading the smart account kit and L from Pragma. So Ayush, I mean, obviously you should not be biased, but which session you are looking forward to?
I think Fireside panel on the AI in Web3, it will be quite amazing to see like what their opinions are on the AI space and how it is like growing. But overall, I feel like today's agenda is towards the AI and all about delegations and like 7710. So quite excited for everything on the agenda.
Nice. Yeah, we should probably ask in the chat how many people are running their own OpenClaw instance and how they're using it. I think like probably the last 3, 4 weeks there were a lot of like sleepless night to set it up, and you even like ran a community builder night. I mean that
Yeah,
was amazing on OpenClaw and AI, right?
yeah. I think
Nice.
like also bot should be here as well. One of the open claw agent by Ryan, like who is promoting or advocating like 7710 in the wild space of like crypto.
Oh yeah. We were like joking a bit before starting this call with Ryan. We were saying, "Hey Ryan, why you're not just building some kind of like OpenClaw Osobot avatar that will be part of the Fireside chat later?" And yeah, it will be actually like an interesting test. Okay, I think like let's do it. Let's start again. Like for everyone tuning in, this is our second yearly MetaMask developer community call. Feel free to ask any question in the chat. The goal here is to have some kind of like async, also like question and answers. And yeah, we are ready to dive in. So, why are we doing those calls in the first place, right? As you probably saw, we are running monthly MetaMask developer cook-offs. We're running online hackathons. We are literally like different events. We're shipping different like product features. The goal is to showcase and kind of like bring on stage strong like builder in the ecosystem. Builder could be like founders, could be partners, could be like individual developer, just building cool tech stack, leveraging the MetaMask stack, and even more. Yeah, and we don't just want to show, we want really like people that really come on stage and present something. And I think that's also very valuable for the people listening, because sometimes we're doing live coding session, we're doing like demo. Obviously the demo god are hopefully are always with us. And the goal is to doing it consistently. So you will probably see from our side like one of those call every end of the month, and we're showcasing different things. And the goal here is also giving exposure to emerging builders, giving exposure to like all the partners in the MetaMask ecosystem, and really showing what is coming next, right? And I think like you've been part of like those calls for a long time now, and I think like you've been seeing a lot. from like hackathon demos going well, demo gods kind of sometimes with us or not, and just feature that we'll be shipping, and the ecosystem partner that we have been collaborating with.
Hopefully, demo gods will be with us today as well.
I'm excited because I think like on the plate today we have two demos.
Yeah.
So hopefully like we will have also the pre-recorded version. I think that's something that I learned way back in some hackathons, but let's see. Maybe we're brave enough to not having a pre-recorded version. Okay, sounds good. So, quick housekeeping for everybody listening. Feel free to always interact in the chat. We also having this session. We're sending a bunch of links after the call, and both like we have a builder hub fully focused to question and answer. We have also a full community builder night MetaMask ambassador section in Builder Hub. I think we can share also some link in the chat. And then also we have the full MetaMask Telegram group that is divided by different like sub products. So if you're starting building with your own agent, feel free to ask a question in the chat, and we're most welcome. And obviously, like our door is always open. Anyone that is coming to present here, it's quite happy also to get pinged, not just 24/7, but in general. Yeah. So, okay. So quick highlights before we are starting into kind of like deep in the agenda. So we've been, I mean, we're coming out from the main week of ETH Denver and Consensus Hong Kong. Has been kind of like a strong couple of like weeks. We both run like the Builder Night in Denver. So thanks everyone that also like tuning in and came to come to say hi. And then like the big highlights for me, especially like for this month, was seeing so many community Builder Night where those MetaMask ambassadors started to organize. I think just in a month of like February, we had like 14 different community builder night, and it was just awesome because each community builder night was a different topic, from like developer to consumer topics, and people show like how to install your first wallet, how to do your first swap, how to off ramp with MetaMask card. I think like also you showed also like how you interact with OpenClaw and the MetaMask stack. So a lot of different things, and we've been shipping also on the skill side, but I think we should like keep for this a bit later. Any
I
other
think
highlights that, yeah, go for it.
I think it's also like good that we are seeing like the ambassadors coming up with the ideas that they want to do at like their builder nights, right? Like we saw
Yes.
people coming with saying that hey, we want to run a workshop and not just like just a session. So it's good to see that they are like stepping up and like catering towards their community, what their community wants. So good to see
Agree.
that.
Yeah, I really love that because before even these community builder nights, like you could basically like ping us and come to present in the community call, right? But now, if you are like in your own city and some like venue co-working space, and you're saying, hey, I want to run a workshop, how to build something, or how you can run your first agent and interact with some of the tech stack, like you can do that, right? And we're super happy to give you like this instrument, to give you the floor. And I think like at the end of the day, a lot of people that are really passionate for this ecosystem and advocating for this ecosystem has been really like stepping up the game. And I really like what you say there. Usually, like people started to do workshops, people started to like show how you can do the first transaction. I think like the diversity also of what happened in this community builder night is also like quite impressive. But also like is very impressive. Like we saw like this month, for example, two really specific community builder night happening in a very east, I think east city of Nigeria, for example, was really cool to see because people literally like spin up this meetup from zero, and how we are able to localize and getting to everyone. I think this is why it's super exciting. It's not just we do a community builder night in a conference, right? Here, everybody is able to spin their own community builder night, advocate for the ecosystem, and just to kind of like show their passion about Web3, and kind of like advocate and teach, and showing what they're building every day, all day. So I think that's exciting. So if you're also listening here, like, if you're interested to run a workshop, to run your technical or non-technical, everybody's welcome here. You just need to be excited about the topic. You just need to be, passionate about Web3, or even not, or just say I, right? And just reach out, and we're making it happen. Sounds good. So these were some kind of like highlight from the last community builder nights that happened during the past like months. I think we're on top notch, like 14 different community builder nights. I don't know if this is Ayush was one of yours somewhere, but we definitely need to put more picture in there. But yeah, excited. I think we also put here a code where you can actually see all those community builder nights happening. There is a full-fledged event list. You also have a list of all the MetaMask ambassadors. So also, like, if you want to kind of like ping those ambassadors, learn from them, and share just cool ideas, you're most welcome to do it. This is like an open program, and we're welcoming everyone with different topics.
Looks like we have a comment.
Oh, we have a comment. Let's say that. Yeah. We are. We also on a physical hub across the Balkans. Yeah. I mean, look, right now we saw like community builder night happening in Nigeria, US, Colombia, Mexico, India, Japan. I think France we saw in Italy was very cool. And, Balkans, or even like, having a localized specific like co-working. You could run your own community builder nights monthly and inspire like future builders, founders, and dapps owner. I think that will definitely be cool. And my suggestion is, or our suggestion is, check out in the QR code here. We put in the Builder Hub. You have a bunch of like information around this ambassador program, list of cities, kind of like step in, step out, and yeah, you can just learn more things. Okay, I think let's move forward. If not, we're just finishing the entire like hour quickly. Uh, these were some of those highlights of the Denver Community Builder Night. There were three main topics. We spoke about payment and stable, on ramping and off ramping, and the last panel that I really like personally enjoyed a lot was the 8004 panel with different Ethereum Foundation DAI team members. And we just spoke about agents in general, and I think was very cool because not just the co-author were there, but also like one of the creator of X402 payments, and also we had yeah, it was a cool evening. And again, thanks so much for everyone that also like fine tuning in and came to say hi.
FOMO.
Sounds good. I'm just pulling on the comment as Russia, Bulgaria, Serbia, Croatia. I mean, that would be amazing. We definitely like saw a lot of like East European builders spinning out different apps, and yeah, that's why also we're doing this call. I think like the fact that you're commenting here, it's amazing to see that. Okay, sounds good. So, Ayush, let's get it started. First, do we want to actually say what is a CLI in general, and what I mean, how people can actually consume this CLI if they're not having an agent, right? Smart Account Kit, they can still build on the SDK, but I think this is another version that we build that is useful for your own agent.
So I'll tell the story behind the Gator
We like
CLI.
stories.
Yeah, so we started with like having an open claw skill for like smart accounts kit. So that skill basically helped your agent to like get more context about Sense and 10, Sense and 15, smart accounts kit in general, and also helps your agents to like build tabs on top of like the smart accounts kits, right? And then we suddenly like 2 weeks later of the open programming, we saw that gap that agents don't have a safety guardrail. Like you were sharing the private key, and then they have the access of the whole thing, right? And what if like your agent goes rogue, right, or something like that, because you cannot trust LLMs outputs, and the open cloud agents runs on those LLM outputs. So basically, we decided that we can have a CLI for the agents that can provide that safety guardrails and allows like A to A interactions where like your agent can give permission to like some other agent to spend some money on their behalf. And as we are like going to move forward the specialized agents, where like we will have agents for specific things, like an agent that can give you the best yield. So think of it like your agent can give a permission to that specialized agent to get you better yield without sharing the private key, without transferring the funds. So basically funds remains in your account unless like that agent wants to like take out the funds to do the yield for you, right? And that's what the greater CLI is. It basically allows you to do like 7710 delegations from agent to agent, and also like redeem them. So I'll show a quick demo as well, like how you can use the CLI with OpenClaw and what it can do for you. So
Nice.
I'll share my screen. If
Sounds good.
anyone has any questions, feel free to ask.
And we also submitted some skills, right? On MetaMask behalf that agent can consume.
Yes, we do have a skills repo, and we already have like Gator CLI skill there. We also have like smart account sketch skill there, and we also have like open code skill also there, which was like done by Ryan's also bot.
Nice,
So
nice. Sounds good.
by
Uh,
by the way, the fun fact is like the initial version of the Gator CLI was done by the Smart Gator, another open cloud agent, and that was reviewed by Ryan's also bot to like what can be
Interesting.
improved in the
I'm excited to hear more about this also, but now you FOMO me a bit. So yeah,
yeah.
looking forward to the fireside chat later. Sounds good. You want to share? Perfect.
Yes. So if you go in the Claw Hub, like you can see, like we already have like skill there. So you can basically tell your agent to like install the skill from the Claw Hub. I already have like the Gator CLI skill installed, as you can see over here. This is my Smart Gator agents. I will say the dashboard, and here I'm like running two instances. Let's assume this terminal is my second agent, and this is my like the smart gator agent that I have. So I have already like as soon as you like install the skill, it will also like install the CLI for you, so don't have to like tell your agent to like install the CLI for you. It will create the account and like basically install as well upon installing skill. Now I can check what is my address. It will give the address. You can also check what is the status. So this behind the scene is basically creating a private a config file where a private key is stored. This is alpha version, hence like we are storing the private key in a config file, but there will be like versions coming out where we'll be using like embedded wallets. So like your agent can have an embedded wallet and they don't have to like store the private key. So as you can see, the status says that my account is already upgraded to 7702, right? And now I can also check like which check the delegations that I have given or like I have received. Hopefully it will work. Demo gods will be with us.
Yeah, we should have some drum rolling sound.
So as you can see, it has like giving me like the delegations that I have given and delegations I have received. So you can see like this are like to whom I have given the delegations already, with how many caveats were used. Also it says like one received delegation, but it's smart, right? So it is saying like it's a self delegation which I did by mistake. So it's also showing that I have received a delegation, but it is a self delegation, so it does not mean anything, right? So now what we can do is like we can create a new account. Here I have created one account called Carol, right? So this is my another agent Carol. And now what I'll do is like I'll do a delegation to this agent. I'm just going to copy paste. So here, like this is like the base Sepolia USDC address, right? So this I have configured this like Gator CLI for the base Sepolia. You can configure it for Sepolia and base as well. So up to you, whichever network you want to use with your agent. And now I'm just gonna say like give permission to spend 10 USDC. This is the contract address for the USDC, and we will be improving the skill. So like once you like say any token name, right? It basically like has a token registry where it can like reverse decode what is the contract address for that particular token. Now I'll just say like send. So now this will basically create a delegation towards like the Carol profile, and then Carol will have permission to like spend 10 USDC based on behalf of my agent. So as you can see, like the permission was granted to the this account which I copied from here. I hope it is visible.
I can see, yeah, I can see the terminal.
Okay, and the amount is like 10 USDC. This is my delegation hash. Now, what we'll be doing is like we can check the delegation again, like if it has increased or not. I think I should be smart enough to like correct my spelling mistakes as well. So now you can see earlier it was like 10 and now it says like it's up at 11, which was given to new with this is the one and USDC 10 max. So now what we'll be doing is like we'll be redeeming the delegation that we have given to Carol profile, right? And we will be using this command for that. So here I'm typing the command because I don't have another agent running here. But once you have like install your skill, you can like you don't have to write the whole command. You can just say in this plain English language, and like agent will basically decode it for you and use the CLI in back and behind the scene. So here I'm like gonna choose the profile as Carol, right? And here what we are doing is we are saying redeem the permission given from my agent's account. Action we want to do is like ERC20 transfer. We want to transfer like USDC token to this address and amount is 1. And now I'll basically hit enter. Hopefully it works. So it is first looking for the delegation. It found one delegation given by this particular address, which was my agent, and it has already done the transfer. Now we can go on the Paceapolia Explorer and we can check the. So you can see now this basically did like one USDC transfer to this particular address, and I didn't even share my private key to the CLI, right? But yet it was able to do transaction on my behalf. So that's how like your agent can use these permissions. And if you go to the log state, you can also see like redeem delegation and all like what happened, the state changes as well. You can see the state changes for the USDC and like whatever happened in behind the scenes. So yeah, that's how like you can tell your agent to use the Gator CLI. Just like tell your agent to like install the Gator CLI from the Claw Hub
This is
scale, and that's it.
this is super cool. I just put the comment here on John's side. But question like so revoking permission, how this would work? Like I would just tell my agent like because
Yes,
obviously like mhm.
we can do it like if you want, like we can do the demo. I hope it works.
More spicy revoking permissions. Yeah, because in Denver we were discussing a lot of those guardrails, right? But the interesting would be how the revoking side will work, right? If you don't want to give the agent any more like access to specific like credentials, so you would just basically type it in.
Yeah. I hope this works because like behind the scene it should like decode and use the CLI to do, because in CLI we do have an option like to revoke the permission.
So on the background, what will happen now? What is happening now? It's just revoking.
That's done. Yeah, it's revoked.
Boom. Nice.
So now you can like use this, go here and check done. You can check the log, disable delegation. So now if I will try to use the same command, right, it will fail because the delegation is disabled.
Interesting.
So
Very
you
cool.
see execution
Yeah.
reverted. Yeah. So you can like tell your agent to like revoke the permission at any point of time, and it will revoke for you.
Yeah, that's very cool. I mean, even giving like, a day or a specific time frame delegation, I think it's super powerful, especially when you deal with like orchestrator, giving a sub agent access to credential and things. It might be really like even like starting a specific like use case. Hey, start, I don't know, start like some specific smart account, give a permission that is lasting 7 days to do this, and automatically will be revoked. So it's very powerful.
I think the future plans for the CLI are pretty cool, where we will be expanding of what kind of permissions you can give, and how like your agents can try to use like permissions in a better way. So a lot to come in the near future.
Exciting, exciting. Yeah, no, well done. Like so, TLDR of this, how agents can consume this? Like, is this through like this? These skills can just download going in the MetaMask docs.
They can basically tell their if they're using an open claw agent, they can tell their agent to like install the Gator CLI skill from Claw Hub. It will install the skill. Also, as soon as the skill is installed, it will also install the CLI for them, as it is like required thing. So skill has already everything handled. So you just need to tell your agent to install the skill.
Yeah, it's quite straightforward. Yeah, for a moment I was always like afraid that, 15-20% of those skills were like malware ready, but now with the new version, they're all kind of like yeah, checked before even submitting. So that's actually like going is easier to go through, right? The skill hub.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Ayush. So let's move to our next session. Before that, um, so. Let me just share the slide here. So let's invite L on the Pragma side. Welcome, welcome, L.
Hello,
How is it
everyone.
going? How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you, Francisco and Ayush? How's it going?
Good,
All
good,
good, all
good.
good. Great
Yeah,
to have you
excited.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you for having me back.
it's like recurrent, steady guests, L.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So what do we want to kind of like show? So what is Pragma? How it started in the first place?
Okay, so I would like to introduce myself first.
Mhm.
My name is Alkausar, but you can just call me L. I'm the founder and the builder behind Pragma. So to talk a bit about Pragma, Pragma is basically a plugins that enable and extend the capabilities of any agents to be able to do anything on chain. And it's powered by MetaMask Smart Count Kit, or it was Delegation Toolkit back then. So it was started on November, if I'm not mistaken, during the MetaMask X Monad Dev Cook Off Hackathon. So it was, hang on a second. So it was a front end app at
Mhm.
first. It's a standalone web app, and then I changed it into become less opinionated and it becomes a plugins. So at first it was a cloud code plugins and I created an adapter so it can be used within OpenCloud. Yeah, that's
Nice.
Pragma is.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. And how it evolved from the hackathon itself, because you've been working on this for quite a while.
Yeah. So the first goal is to basically create when I created Pragma as a standalone web app, I want to create an agent that can basically do anything on chain. But when we are shifting towards more agentic world where open cloud just came up and a lot of things like that, and I also noticed that cloud and other frontier models are more than capable of doing anything at this point. I think we need an infrastructure to basically give them a hand to act on chain but safely. So that's why I created Pragma in the first place. And I've been using it like daily for this. Like in the recent run, I ran Pragma for 2 weeks to basically monitor the market and then handling my own portfolio. I give them $100 and then using delegation and then just tell it to monitor the market and then check on X and do anything you want. The goal is to turn $100 into either 1K or zero. I don't care. Like I'm just doing that with my agent. So it just run indefinitely. And everything is quite safe because we use delegations. The agent basically cannot go beyond what I agree in the first place. Yeah.
You also have the dashboard for it, right? Like where you can see like what the agents are doing and how they're communicating with each other.
Yeah, it's basically only for the recent hackathon purpose. So actually, the agent live in my terminal, but I created like some kind of mirroring into the website so anyone can see what's happening in my terminal. Yeah,
Nice.
that was
Nice,
Pragma.
nice, exciting, exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see it. I know you want to kind of like show, eager to show like some terminal. Um, yeah, it's exciting to have you here.
Sure. Let's hope the demo got with is within us. Okay.
It's fine. We did a live coding session for was almost like 2 hours, I use, and yeah, that's really hardcore, like demoing and building things together. Oh yeah, we can see
Yeah.
it.
Can you guys see my screen? Okay, nice. All right. So to give you guys some context, this is a normal cloud code session, and what I've been doing before is just asking Cloud to show me all of my balances and session key. So this is my smart account balance. I got 11 USDC in here and some couple of Mon and other tokens in here. So this is a hybrid delegator smart account, and I use hybrid delegator with P256 key. So basically, the key is stored in my Mac OS keychain, and you will guys see how I create delegation using Touch ID by this. And then Cloud having a session key here. So how Pragma works is I give Cloud a key, a wallet, which is just a normal EOA, and I have my own smart account. So I give delegation to Cloud when I want to do something. So let's try something fun here. Okay. So Cloud have 45 Mon and 1 USDC for the X402 API. Let's do something. Spawn an agent to monitor and analyze the market, I guess. The goal is to turn my 10 USDC to 20. Let's say something like that. So what is happening here? Cloud will asking for my permission to create a root delegation. And then, okay, something is going on in valid tool parameters. I hope it's fine. So Cloud will load the skill first, which is the autonomous. Hang on a second. Let's try this one. Load. Sorry, Democrat is not
No,
with
it's
us.
normal. It's normal.
Load Pragma core and autonomous mode skills. So I actually create a hook to basically trigger the skills, but I don't know why. Maybe it's because of I just upgrade my. Okay, it's not loading. Load Pragma core and autonomous spawn and
Those
agent
sounds are awesome.
analyze and monitor the market. The goal is to turn all of my USDC to 20 USDC. I don't know if you guys hear the sound. It's basically my.
We can, yeah.
I'm sorry if it's
Cool,
quite noisy
cool.
because I when I doing something within my terminal, I usually use multiple cloud stations, so I need to know which one has finished, and so it's
Yeah, if you're running 10 plus agents at the same time, I don't know, you
yeah,
will get picked a lot. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so cloud just checking my wallet balances and any existing agents. So I don't see any of agents that I've created. It will ask for my permission first. Okay, no existing agents. Here's your current position: 11 USDC, 109 Mon, and very small meme coin holdings. Let me confirm the configuration with you. All right. How much Mon should the agent have access to? I think 1 Mon. USDC budget, 11 USDC. Duration, 1 day. And submit. Approve and start. So it will spawn another agent that basically will do the trade and monitor and do anything for me. Running pre-flight checks now. It's actually quite faster. It's depend on your internet connectivity. Mine is kind of ugly at this point, so it's quite slow. Okay, it's now checking for the session key balances, and then it's checking whether do I have any existing lever uplist positions or any limit orders. So it's just making sure that the agent doesn't intervene with any of my existing positions. Okay, it's getting too long now.
Still faster than like going through X and like looking for the signals.
I'm sorry, I think it's my internet connection because
No worries, it's totally fine.
this. Okay. Still checking on any positions that I have. Okay, pre-flight checks clear. Creating route allocation now. Okay, so you guys can see here, right? Pragma Signer is trying to authorize autonomous trading, 1 mon plus 11 USD, max 1 mon per transaction, and 40 calls with 1 day. So all of these are on-chain enforcers. Root delegation created successfully. So what Cloud is doing here is it's asking me for creating a root delegation to the main session key, and then Cloud will create another sub agent and then creating a sub delegations to it. So it's creating an agent type named Kairos, which having a loop type of continuous. So it basically will run indefinitely until one day either it hits the expiry or my goal is fulfilled. Okay, so it's just create another session in here. It's the agent in there. So
I
at
like
this
the sound
point,
effects.
so at this point, I can just just going out with my life. The agent will run by itself. So first, it spawn an agent with sub delegation in it, and then they will just communicate within each others. So if the sub agent have some trouble, it will report to the leader, and then the leader will fix it on their own, and then it just keep going until one day. Yeah. Okay. So what the agent is doing, I'm sorry for this recording voice in there. I shall turn off. Shall turn that
It's all
off.
good. It's all good.
Okay. So I think it's better for us to just keep it running, and then we will check on it when we have our panel discussion. Okay. Right. So, so that's it. The agent will start on getting any info that they want. They can get currency strength, FX reference, and all of this stuff. It's all happening. So let's just keep waiting. So that's current demo, and let's check on it
Nice.
when we have the panel discussion.
Oh, El, thank you. Thank you so much. Like any kind of plan also like how you want to extend this, like what's coming next?
Yeah, I want to make Pragma less opinionated. So basically, the current Pragma agent, it's based on my own testing and benchmarking. So for example, with this Kairos agent, it's an agent definition that I created by myself. So I have multiple runs of just letting Cloud to do anything they want to trade perps. And then when they do some kind of mistake or errors, I have another Cloud station that monitor that run, and then it will take notes of what is wrong, and then it feed back into the agent. So that whole reinforcement learning and stuff is what making the current agent. I would like to remove that part and basically let anyone do they want with their agent. Like if they have any backtest data or they have their own preferences on how the agent should run, they can just feed it into the plugins and the plugins will run that. Yeah.
Exciting. Okay, sounds good. I think let's jump into directly the first chat. I mean, the goal here is to really like speak a bit like the state of AI, delegation 7710 and more. Let's invite Ryan, and I don't know if I should say let's invite Osobot/Ryan or Ryan with Osobot or what we want to do here. But Ryan, welcome to this monthly community call. How are you today?
Good, yeah. No, I'm doing good. I'm awake, after that demo and all those sounds and whatnot. Holy smokes. That was an awesome demo though. That was really cool stuff.
Sorry, by the way.
That was awesome. No, it kept me in there. I was like, oh yeah. Give me some more sounds actually.
Nice. I love the virtual background, Ryan, that you brought in with Oso and MetaMask in there.
Yeah, we were talking, hey, why can't we get, Osobot in here and animating them and maybe doing some like voice generation, maybe 11 Labs or something. And we were talking about that right before the stream started. So I haven't had time to ask Osobot if that's something he wanted to do or not. But I did ask him to make a background for me, and he came up with this. So
That's super cool.
yeah, super cool.
Nice.
Awesome. I think we have also a question from John L. Do you intend to make it available to user or personal use?
It's actually already available for everyone. You guys can check it on GitHub.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you can reply in the chat and we can share it in the main chat. That's totally fine. Okay, sounds good.
I think sharing like a link in the main chat to Pragma would be good as well.
Oh yeah.
There is an installation guide in the website.
One thing I saw on there was, you needed some biometrics for creating that stuff, like it was like a fingerprint or whatnot. I thought that was really cool. Is that to create the kind of like delegation or the transaction or what was that?
Yeah, exactly. It's just basically signing. It's like signing on MetaMask, but because I created the hybrid delegator with macOS keychain, so whenever it asks for delegation, it just uses.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that, dude. That's a great feature.
Thanks a lot.
Nice. Okay, sounds good. I mean, I think everybody kind of like intro themselves. Maybe Ryan, you want to quickly do an intro about yourself? I think you're the only one missing here, but I think everybody know you already for a long time.
Sure. Yeah, I'm Ryan. I lead smart accounts at MetaMask, and I created Osobot to help me, and he's awesome, and he's an AI agent using OpenClaw, and he's been running the crypto Twitter and building some cool apps and doing some 7710 stuff. So yeah, I'm excited about that. We got that coming in the wallet, and yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Nice. I think everyone here has an agent. Ayush, you want to also mention yours, interacting with 7710 topics all the time.
No, so yeah, so my agent was like Smart Gator. So it basically helps me do more on the developer advocacy side of like the building the tools for like developers on Sensen 10. And I think like the Pragma hooks also came like the initial version of Gator CLI was like built by the Smart Gator, and then also bot was the one to review it and give the feedbacks on what we can improve on the CLI. It's just funny that like there are like couple of or 2 or 3 PRs like where Ryan's bot has created the PR, my bot has gone and like give the review. I have created my agent has created the PR, and then also bot has come and give the review. And it's like funny to see like how their reviews are so good that it like the other agents like yeah let's do this.
Yeah, it's really cool how they're coordinating, right? Like the Osobot will make the PR, Smart Gator's like, hey, this looks great, this is amazing. But maybe we should do this, and this. And then Osobot will see that, go back and go, yeah, that's great. Smart Gator, that's a great suggestion, and like he'll then make another commit and update the PR to those based on that feedback. So it's really cool seeing them coordinate and whatnot.
So you guys not checking, double checking the
oh, absolutely
the PR?
double check.
We do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I remember that there was a time when decoding the errors, we added like a new feature in the smart account skills to decode the errors, and both of our bots were like wrong on what the error signature is, and then we had to like manually like go and check every signature that is this error signature correct or not.
Oh yeah, that was a doozy. That one was like, we need like yeah, I wouldn't like unless you're like it's some low level, low risk kind of project you're trying to vibe code or something. I would still be doing PR reviews for these bots, you know, like at the ultimate goal. Maybe there's a future. I mean, definitely there's going to be a future where there is no more human in the loop at all. But right now, I think the final approval should get some human eyes on it for sure.
You kind of read my mind with kind of like this segue question. So are agents the new users? Like what's the hot take here, you know?
I actually, you know, I think we're still really early. So we've been building for this future for the past couple of years, and that's why we built out Delegation Framework, the most powerful EVM permission system that uses 7710, and then building out 7715 in the wallet, because we saw a future where users are going to want to be empowered to permission AI agents and many AI agents and enable that kind of AI agent swarm. So we've been building towards that. Now this OpenClaw thing came out, and I think that's just kind of created this like aha moment for a lot of people who maybe didn't see this coming or something, and it kind of made this future like, whoa, this is happening, and that this is happening with or without me. Like this is the agentic future. You know, this is the agentic economy. Uh, that's good. That's great. I think it's still really early to be like, look, agents, there are no more users, you know, like it's all agents. People are like, no, you're still going to a website. You're still opening up your wallet. You're still kind of doing stuff right now. But will that be the future where it's like 90%, 99% are agents just transacting and coordinating and whatnot? Like, yes, definitely. Uh, I totally believe that. But when is kind of like, we still got some work to do.
What's your thinking, El or Ayush? Like,
Uh, I agree with Ryan's take on this, and I think that we are heading into the agentic future, where if we take a look into what are the frontier labs like OpenAI, Anthropic, and what are they've been doing for like maybe the last few weeks or months, they are heading towards more agentic future. Like OpenClaw just being acquired by OpenAI, and then in the last few days, Perplexity just launched their new agentic platform called Perplexity Computer, and also Cloud with their co-work have also created a new. They are heading toward this direction. So I think, yeah, if we create an app or an infrastructure, I think we should keep in mind that agent is also the new users. Yeah, but we are heading towards that direction, in my opinion.
yeah, especially agents are acting in behalf of like the current users, right? So instead, actually, like I really like the take from was in the panel in Denver with Austin. I mean, obviously, it's not his code, but he mentioned agents will be the new UI, right? So I
Yeah,
think also the fact that you know, I'm basically telling my agent, hey, swap this, or hey, delegate this right to do this, or build me this app. I think it's kind of like an instrument or a message to run things. What do you think, Ayush, on that side?
I completely agree. Like we are still early in that space, like where it's all the users are the agents. Oh, we have some updates from the else.
Another agent finished.
Okay, I will talk now.
Agents might be listening to us right
I'm
now and
sorry.
thinking
I'm really sorry.
it's
It's all
completely
good.
fine.
It's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good.
I think like it's we have like couple of like projects that do like A2A right now, and like where agents are like the consumers and agents are like the providers as well. The MoltLaunch is one where like also bot is one of the like provider where like you can tell the also bot to like review stuff for you and like build projects for you. So I think we are still early, but yeah, it's good to see that there are like projects or like this kind of things coming up.
Yeah, I think one thing like that gets me really excited about this specific like, oh, agents are the new users kind of thing is like that can be like really it could be made right now is using 7710 a user doesn't just have to give permission to the agent with like tokens. It could give permission to do arbitrary things like vote on a contract or execute, call any sort of function or whatever that might be. So one of the functions that I've always thought of is like airdrop claiming. Like you could give a permission to an agent to claim airdrops on your behalf, call the claim function, and that's all the agent can do, you know, and then the airdrop just comes back to your account. So it's like, hey, you know, you could have just imagined writing like, hey, go find me money, right? Go find me tokens, and it just goes out and tries to find these tokens to claim. The other one would be like if DAOs ever come back, right? I feel like they kind of died off a little bit. I still like a good DAO, right? If they ever come back, there could be an agent that is specifically for a DAO that you allow it to vote on your behalf, and it will like parse Twitter sentiment. It'll parse the discourse, like the governance forum and stuff, and like it'll know kind of like your preferences and like your beliefs, your opinions, and that kind of thing, and it'll vote on your behalf, and it'll learn from that. So yeah, there's some really cool things that don't always have to include. Like, I feel like we're kind of like always in this like X42 payments, blah, 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 which is big, you know, don't get me wrong. But it's like there's more than that. There's like this coordination, there's this other level that we can enable through 7710 to allow agents to work for us.
I think I really like the example of like the DAO one, right? Because even if as Ryan said, like if the DAOs ever come back, but like whatever DAO votings are happening right now, right? Those are like controlled by the token holders. And sometimes when people are voting, they are voting because they might get some tokens in return. So they don't even read like what the proposal is and like do the research. And there can be an agent that can do the whole research for you and like know your like opinions and then vote on your behalf. That's pretty cool to have.
I mean, we need to say that so again, I mean, which use case? I mean, everything delegation specific might be a worth use case to build on.
I think they can start with the speedrun Ethereum. I think that's the easiest way to like if they want to learn the what blockchain is and like what they can do. And then once you have like done the basics, maybe you can like look into like smart accounts, get and delegations and what you can do with them.
I'm literally sending the speedrun on Ethereum link. I think this will be useful. But going back to the combo, like I use what you said on the DAO side also, Ryan, like, I mean, social coordination is one of the biggest kind of use case out there. And I think agent enabling that, especially when we're speaking about delegation. And I think, I mean, yes, I mean, social coordination is also enabling also a lot of like trust specific use case, right? And I think we're always going back to the conversation, how actually do agents establish trust at scale, right? I think A004 is helping here. I want to know from you guys, you know, how actually A004 is helping here and how we can actually solve the trust at scale on the agentic side, because I think like this specific angle is where blockchain specific ecosystem are bringing value to the AI industry itself.
Do you want me to start?
Go.
Yeah, take it away.
Well, so the thing about A004, let's get that agent going again. A004, right? Right now it's like it's just a registry. Like we've been having registries for a while, right? So what I think A004 is like one really good PR. Like it brought in like Google and other outside kind of the CT echo chamber into like, oh, agents are on Ethereum, like, and that's awesome. There's a big gap there, which is like trust and reputation, and that part hasn't been solved with it. Like, it's really just like you can register your agent and say like, this is what the agent does, and that's awesome. Don't get me wrong, but there's a huge opportunity here if you're listening in the trust and reputation space to solve that, right? Because once that's solved, then we can really fully leverage 8004. And one example I always think of is like, from MetaMask, you could give a permission to an agent, or actually like say anything. Like it could be like anyone could use this permission, and it can be intent based, where it's like, you can use this permission swapping, $100 out of my account or something. I don't know, whatever it might be. You can manage $100 of my portfolio if and only if your 8004 trust score is above 90, right? So, and once we have that figured, like right now, we can't really do that. It's just not reliable. It's a little too early. But once we have that in place, which is a hard problem, then we can do some really cool things where it's like, yeah, here you go, there you go, do this on my behalf if and only if this. So I'm really excited about that future for 8004.
I think like we saw like one of the hackathon participant in the advanced permissions hackathon build this 804 thing where they also built an enforcer. So basically, which enforce that if your agent score is like below certain percentage, that cannot be used by the orchestrator agent. So they had like some specialized agents, and like they had an enforcer which used to enforce like if the specialized agent can have like score above than 80, then only they should like delegate those like funds to them. So I think like pretty good, it pretty would be good to see like enforcer coming into the delegation framework as well.
I actually haven't yet fully understand about the ERC itself. That's why I'm joining this panel. I would like to learn from you guys about the ERC, to be honest, since I don't know yet like what's the actual purpose of this ERC, because it's to giving an agent a reputation, if I'm not mistaken. Is it that, Ryan? This ERC 8004, it's to basically giving an agent a reputation on chain, right?
Yes.
Yes, but yeah, I'm not doing anything with this ERC yet. That's why I want to learn more about this ERC in the future.
Yeah, I think like we can have like we can bring in Marco for the next session and like have a session on 804 as well.
Yeah,
That would be cool. Yeah, I mean, it went also mainnet weeks ago, right? So I think it's again is something definitely fresh, but I think there is also like 20,000 plus like agents already like aligned with the standard, and I think also at the end of the day, it's is a is a reputation of trust, like verifiability way to basically like start to build use case. For example, like, hey, we're doing, I don't know, a loan marketplace, only A004 compliant agents can do that because there is a verifiable identity behind that. I think like what what we don't want what we don't want to repeat is, for example, you remember at the beginning with Eliza, there were like 200-300 forks of agents happening, and literally every consumer had no idea which one is older than what, where are the track record. And I think like building those standard, or at least the fundamentals for trust specific things, is something it makes sense. And I really like the breakdown of the 004, right? You have the reputation registry, you have the trust score. So there are different parts. And I think like it's worth bringing Marco in the next session. Ayush, that was definitely a good input. And if you're hearing us, Marco, we will send over some link after that call. So don't worry about that. One thing that I want to also mention, because we're getting like out of time here, is that what are actually your thoughts about providing those guardrails and permissions, right? Because today we're speaking about delegation 7710, so obviously we need having those guardrails, but specific to the wallet, right? And I also want to understand, I think you mentioned already, El, but how does Pragma use delegations, and also like what kind of like tool and skill to use in general to provide those delegation. And this is probably a question more on the Ryan and the use side for the Gator CLI.
Yeah. So Should I answer it first?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Go for it, Alex.
yeah, let's hear it. I want to
All
hear
right.
about that.
So like how Pragma use delegation. Actually, I have a unique story. It just happened like last week, if I'm not mistaken. So during the Multiverse Hackathon, Ayush knows this. So I basically uh, spawn an agent to bet on who is winning the Multiverse Hackathon. So basically, I create three sub agent. The first one is the analyst. The job is to check on X on Discord and then basically create a pick of who they think will win the hackathon. And then I have the auditor. The job is to test the app and then checking the repos and stuff. And lastly, I have the trader. So this trader is getting the final pick from the auditor and then uh, buy the token or sell it and so on. So during the agent ran for 4 days nonstop in my terminal, and in the second day, they found some bug within my plugins. So there is some kind of misconfigurations in the off-chain budget, and then the main session just notified me that hey, we couldn't trade because of this off-chain error budget and something like that. I would like to fix it by myself. So they just fix the whole thing by themselves mid-flight because this is the state-of-the-art model. It's Opus, so they are more than capable on doing anything off-chain, right? Uh, but the whole point of delegation in here is even though that the agent could basically changing anything in the code or in the plugin itself, they cannot mess around with the delegation because it's enforced on chain. So I just feel safe because I deploy around 1,000 mon in there just to for them to play around. They cannot mess with that amount or to which contract that they can interact and stuff. So having a delegation is a must in my opinion because at the current state of the agent or AI, they are more than capable to do anything, even like to do anything malicious to your code or contract or wallet and anything like that. So having an on-chain delegation, it's a win in my opinion. Yeah, it's a must.
Completely agree with that point. Like it has been with smart gator as well. Like sometimes like it has hallucinated and have done things which it should not have done. For example, like I remember like I said specifically to create a PR, but since like it was also the repo owned by smart gator, it said like why do I need to create PR? I will just like do a comment on the main. And then I had to teach like okay, you should not do the commits on main. You should like always open a PR. And so I agree, like if this kind of things happen, like where agent hallucinate, the delegations can like basically keep you safe by providing the safeguard rails.
Yeah, and I think one of the superpowers as well is the sub-delegation, like the transitive delegations. So you can give a permission to an agent for like $100, and then that agent can redelegate that and attenuate it to a sub-agent and kind of empower that sub-agent to go off and specifically swap, 20 of that dollars or whatnot. L, are you leveraging any of that transitive delegation, that sub-delegation with your Pragma agents?
Oh yeah, actually, the demo that I just showed you guys earlier, it's using sub delegation because with my Touch ID, it's creating a root delegation for the main session, and then the main session creating a sub delegation to the sub agent that is running currently. Because you guys can hear the voice, right? Notification.
Yeah.
It's running. It's just opening a positions. It's opening. Oh, it's setting a limit order of BTC. They have a thesis that it's kind of downtrend, so they want to short it. So let them be.
Should we short as well?
Let them short it.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Yeah, I feel like that's a huge unlock to kind of this agent swarm, this agentic economy that's coming.
So now just to close up a bit, like, so how people can actually learn about agents in general, like spin up their OpenClaw, how they can start building with agents today in general. I think we push different kind of like also like docs details in the MetaMask docs, right? That we shared, I think, in the chat. How else? What do you guys recommend here to get started?
Start with Ryan because I'm. Oh, okay. Let's start with me first. To be honest, I am not quite a big fan of OpenClaw. To be honest, this is my own opinion. It's very opinionated. I'm a huge Anthropic fanboy, to be honest, because I just find their whole ecosystem is more robust. And then the harness in there, like the hook and other kind of things, it's just suit my style more than OpenClaw. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, that a lot of frontier labs are heading toward agentic. I think we will see a lot of different type of OpenClaw. So because OpenClaw is being acquired by OpenAI, I think Cloud will have their own version of OpenClaw, and then Kimi as well, Minimax, and a lot of different things. I think to start using agent for now, it's very easy in my opinion, because a lot of like Kimi or Minimax already have like a one-time click solution to just deploy an OpenClaw agent and start right away. Yeah, it's very easy in today's, I guess. Yeah, what's your take on this, Ryan?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I would say looks like Francesco ditched us, but we'll be fine. We're hanging out. Uh, I would say like if you're just getting started with agents, like Claude Code, like just whip that up and try it out, test it out, work with their plugins. Like
Yeah.
I would say Claude Code's like super user friendly. I wouldn't go like if you're never did anything with agents before, I wouldn't just like start YOLOing installing OpenClaw on your. Definitely don't install it locally. I'll say that. But if you did want to explore OpenClaw, have an old machine or like a VPS or something sandbox that it doesn't have like sensitive data on there, and give that a go. But really, and then if you so my favorite, based on what I have Osobot plugged into and all his development goes through, is an open source Claude Code like thing called Open Code.
Oh yeah.
And using My Open Code plugin. My Open Code plugin is like what I also use myself when I'm developing. It's I can't say enough. It's the best thing right now, in my opinion, for spinning out sub agents and like really one-shotting stuff. It's I love it. I don't know if they're out there listening or whatnot, but I'm a big fan of My Open Code plugin.
Even I was not aware about it, and Ryan said that maybe you should tell your agent to use the OMA open code, and I said like smartly, like, okay, let's use the OMA open code using the skill. And then I started like exploring like OMA open. It's like pretty good now. Use the like open code for like getting subscription as well. But sometimes I feel like open code kind of, I don't know, like it kind of adds some like kind of extra context into it, which like burns my token faster or something like that. I also like read on like some of the posts on Reddit that it kind of adds some extra context, which is like burning the tokens faster. So
Definitely.
unless like
That is a definite thing. You can't be stingy with tokens using it. Now, one cool thing about open code and My Open Code, just open code in general though, is you can target different models based on the task. So you could kind of optimize tokens in that way. So you don't have to just use one model, So there's that. But especially if you use My Open Code Ultra work, which I would highly suggest for one-shotting things. It's awesome, but it will go through the incinerator on those tokens. So be careful.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think like your scale also adds like which agent to use like for what particular task in like OMA open code, right?
Yep. Yeah. Definitely. Like the librarian and stuff. Yeah.
I think it's worth also to have like sub agents using different models, right? Depending on the task too. Maybe to answer this question, and then we're really closing up. Like, what are the security risks? Read a lot of like concern on agentic AI. I mean, one thing I want to say is in Denver, there were one of our colleague Luke. She gave like a full talk around security in AI. I would definitely recommend to everyone to listen to this talk. We can share the link also afterwards. But what do you guys think about it? Like, don't run this in your main machine. I think this is clear. But what are the things? I think like security in general. Then there is the security if you wanna like engage with like Web3 specific tech stack. But I think no matter what you do, I think delegation is key. But we'd love to hear your thought.
Just real quick, and then I'll let others go. But like, yeah, I would link that Luker's talk. I think that was great on OpenClaw specifically, because when it first kind of started blowing up and kind of non-technical people started like whipping it up on their local machines and all the ports were open and like there was no, back when it was just Claude bot, it was really sketchy. But yeah, that's something I already talked about. If you're specific to OpenClaw stuff, don't run it on where there's like sensitive data around your local machine. I think that's like the safest thing to do. And then you also have to just be careful for prompt injections, giving it access to its own email or your email. Like that's a little crazy, you know, and that kind of stuff. Now, the question concerning like agentic AI, if that's more broad outside of just OpenClaw, then you kind of, I don't know, that question is kind of huge, in my opinion. So it can be a lot of things, but yeah. What do you guys got?
I think I share the same thoughts. I think we should like publish the talk that you shared with me for us running the OpenClaw agent with the VPS and the tailscale. So like if anyone wants to run their own agent, like they can have the proper steps which are like at least like does not leave the ports open or like has the vulnerabilities uh, injected. Also like there are two sides of the, if you're talking in the broader space that's a different thing, but if you're talking about agentic AI in like web3 specifically, that's also a different case of like agents having private keys and like doing stuff. And we have recently seen like agent transferring a lot of amount of funds without like the consent of the user. So I think that's what we're trying to solve with the 7710 with the delegation. So at least in that space we can try to help the community be more safe.
Yeah. In my opinion about the security risk, if Ryan talk about OpenClaw, I will talk about how I use Cloud Code and etc. Up until now, I haven't like really sure to let Cloud Code a Solidity contract. I'm not quite sure about that because it's very risky in my opinion. But my way of developing things is to basically make the agent or cloud to close the loop by itself. So when they create something, they need a way to verify if their work is working as intended. So I basically create either a stop hook or something like that that basically enforce the agent to check about that their works and then can verify it with other agents and stuff like that. So I think it's very important to not just like YOLOing with your agent to create some production app and then just do not ever check into it, and then it's very dangerous in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely will start with non Web3 specific use case and start to build also like crawl jobs, Heartbeat, understand souls, shared memory versus not, run your orchestrator with sub agents, specific use case, and then take it from there and starting on the Web3 side. Sounds good. Awesome. I think, Anna, on the question on the integration, I don't think we have current integration, but we are definitely like providing the embedded wallet solution for any dApps out there. Sounds good. Any closing words, guys? And we are already like almost 50 minutes out. I think for me it was I learned tons out of this like call, from the demos to this kind of like fireside chat. And I think we answered also some of the questions. We will follow up with more links. But any closing word here that you guys want to tell?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go Gators.
Let's go Gators.
Let's go, Creator. Yes. Exciting. Okay, sounds good. thanks everyone for listening. And yeah, if you have any comments, you want to organize community builder nights, or you just want to ask questions, we have both the Telegram group and the builder hub. And yeah, check out, try to even like leverage the MetaMask CLI, check out those skills and more things to come. So, and we're super exciting also for next months ahead. That actually in AI time is years ahead. Awesome. Thanks everyone, and thanks Ayush for hosting this with me again, and thanks for everyone that created in the backlog the entire kind of like community call and coordinate everything. Big things ahead. Awesome. Thanks El also for coming to present
Yeah.
this, and the demo gods were with us. And thanks Ryan.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thanks
everyone.
all.
Bye,
Cheers.
everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.